No matter what you do, whether you join Arlan's All Access or not, the one thing I can tell you is that money is on the other side of several phone calls. So do 10 calls, have those 10 calls, and convert one person. And every time you have a call, don't go into it saying I'm going to sell. Go into it saying I'm going to learn. I'm going to help. And when you get to the point where you realize, yep, I can help that person beyond this call, if they get my offer, then you offer them the offer it with confidence. And then if they say no, which most of them will, clock it. Why did they say no? Can I ask them why they said no? Can I find out what the pushback was? Oh, can't afford it. Okay, interesting. What if I said I could give you a discount today? Can you discount it on the call with them to where you know you can discount it in good faith? Or it's not clear, I don't think I need it, or it's too hard, or it's... Then you adjust. Oh, you think you have to do too much work. Okay, what if this part were taken off your plate? Learn in each call. The person asked about sales conversion, why the conversion was low. Learn with each call, with each conversation. Learn, and then use that in the next call, and then use that in the next call. There's a founder that I know. She was in San Francisco, and she raised millions of dollars. But the way she did it was she would get these interviews and conversations lined up. She would have her husband, who was also her co-founder, drive. They would go into the meeting, and let's say it had 11 o'clock meeting. They would do their presentation. They would answer questions. They would talk. She would clock what questions were asked and exactly how the meeting went. Any pushback. She'd get in the car. Her husband would drive her to the next place. In the car, she would change the pitch deck. She would adjust this. If there was a question asked, she would answer it. If there was any pushback, she would explain it better. If there was anything that she knew, okay, they're going to wonder about this, the next meeting at 12, she would start off by addressing that. Now, I know that you think that this is a dying industry, but this is why it's not. So by the time she got to the last meeting, there was no pushback. That's what you got to think about in sales. It's not about, I desperately need this sale. I desperately need this person to say yes. It's, this is going to help me learn how to sell a ton more. So all this is like an exploratory call. I'm going to learn from this call. I'm going to help this person, and I'm going to take note and literally take notes. I'm a tax resolution specialist. I help people resolve tax issues. Do you have videos that can help me find an offer that would work in this field? You have multiple ways you can have a YouTube channel, especially because there's so much bad information about personal finance and taxes on YouTube from just random people. So if you have like some receipts, no pun, if you you have that expertise and you can present it in a certain way, and you figure out a target audience, like I'm going to talk to this type of person. The more niche you can get, the better. One of my videos is doing really well where I say, if you're in your 40s, do this. And every single day, hundreds of people watch that video. And it has, more than 100,000 views, I think. And it's because I talk directly to them. I have a lot of pre-recorded videos, and I'm wondering if I can upload those when I start my channel, and also adding new ones each week. You can, but I want you to be very, very strategic in how you plan this. You're not just going to take any old video and throw it on YouTube and say, oh, I have content now and people are going to come watch that. People are discerning. You are discerning as a viewer. You care about how much time you spend watching something that you don't know about. So what you're going to do is say, what is my channel about? And what videos might I already have that would make sense for this channel? They have to be compelling. They have to be interesting. They have to add value to someone's day. And I'll choose those. So I may have 20 videos. I'm going to choose 4 because only those 4 fit the criteria. And then I'm going to take those videos, I'm going to edit them down. I'm going to start them not where they start today, because where they start today is probably not a good hook or a good intro. I'm going to find the place where it starts. I uploaded a video yesterday, and I recorded a 3-minute thing where I talked about, what did I talk about? I talked about my painting, my painting for my Fast Company cover. I talked about Netflix and the artist, and I thought it was a great hook. And then I watched it back, and I'm like, that is boring the way I did that. I'm going to lose more people than I normally would. I'm cutting those 3 minutes, even though I cared about those 3 minutes and I planned for those 3 minutes, because I found that's not where the hook is. Instead, I put the hook at, we don't have time for imposter syndrome. Your time is now. More people than normal stayed through the first 30 seconds because I'm talking to them instead of meandering through what I think is an interesting story. So the answer is yes, you can upload old videos, but how are you going to craft them so that they are valuable to other people. How are you then going to get the great title and thumbnail that will get people's attention to even see them? Because if people don't come see them, it doesn't matter how good the video is. And how do those videos fit into what you're doing? Can you talk about how to balance between not charging too little but also charging too much? How do you know where the sweet spot is when you're first starting out? What's really cool when you're first starting out with pricing, especially if it's something that is a higher ticket, is first of all, let's establish that it is easier to sell something that costs $1,000 to one person than it is to sell something that costs $10 to 100 people. It's easier when you're starting out to do that. So what most of us think is the opposite. We think it's easy for people to spend $10, so that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to put up a course. I'm going to put up something that's $20 and it's going to be easy, right? When you're first starting out improving yourself, it's easier to get one person who needs what you can offer, who is willing to spend that money, because to them, it's not that much money. That's what you want to find. The second thing is, let's assume that what you're talking about is something like $1,000 offer or more. The cool thing about just starting out is that you can do so much experimentation. So what you could do, first of all, I always suggest, if you don't know your pricing or if you're not feeling confident about your offer or your pricing, I would suggest that you offer it, you get a price, you say it's $1,000. You find someone, maybe an early adopter, someone who's shown interest, maybe even a friend, but I would say someone who really needs what you are offering, and you offer to do it for free. You tell them this is normally $1,000, and then I would like to gift this to you for free. It'll take 7 days to complete or whatever the case may be. All I ask in return is that you give me a testimonial if you enjoyed it, if it helped you, and maybe some feedback if you think that would help. Great. So now you can do the thing, test it to make sure it's valuable, get feedback, and have a testimonial to use that is more valuable than anything you'll say to somebody. Somebody talking about you is more valuable than anything you'll say directly. So when you do that, and you said it was 1,000, so you anchored it, maybe some of that real feedback from the person might be, I don't know if I would have paid $1,000 for that. I just want to be honest. It was helpful, but I think it might be a $500 thing. Or they may say $1,000 is a steal, and I think you're underselling yourself. They may say that. They may help you, or you may even just be able to figure that out based on the experience. Another part of the experiment that you can do is you can get on a call. Let's say you get on the first 10 calls or the first in-person meetings or the first 10 times you offer this to somebody. You know it's a $1,000 deal. You're on the call with someone. You're vibing. You know you can help them. You know that it's valuable. You say to them, it costs $1,000, but I have a special that's going just for the next couple of days for $300 if you buy it now. Do you want to start now? And then the next time you sell it for more, you sell it for $400 or $500. If you get a yes in the next few times, you may not get it the next one, but in the next few times, okay, somebody paid that. And then you could just go up and go up and go up. And then you're going to get to a number that is too high. People are going to say no over and over and over again. You're going to say, it's the price, because I know people want this. They have purchased it. That price, that $1,200, is not working for people. Let me go back to the 1,000. That's what you can do to play with that a little bit in experimentation, because it's your thing. You're delivering it. What would you recommend to use as a new client funnel if you have a website and 300 followers on Instagram? I would create a video and post it every day on Instagram so I could grow those follower numbers. I would have a call to action, and I use ManyChat, ManyChat, ManyChat.com. Set up an automation that when you say, hey, say the word bowl or pen or whatever in the comments, and I'll send you this freebie. Have a free lead magnet that gets DM'd to them on ManyChat. That lead magnet sends them to your free membership or takes their email address. Reach out to them by email once or twice a week. Let them know that there's a freebie here. There's a free lead magnet. There's a free list. There's a free template, a script, something that works for them. Provide value. Have a flywheel. Put something out that creates traffic. Send that traffic to something. Send it to your free membership that we talked about, or send it to a Calendly link where you can get on a call with them, or send it to your course that's online that's paid, or send it to your t-shirt that you're selling, or send it to have a call with me and we'll talk about what you need and I'll build out an offer for you. I would do that flywheel. My YouTube channel is for hobby artists and has grown to 13,000, but my art membership has not, despite good feedback. 16 pounds per month. How do I figure out what is wrong? That's great that your channel is at 13,000. It depends. How long did it take to get to 13,000? If it took a long time, it could be that a lot of your subscribers are not seeing your videos. because they're from an older time. But if they're more recent, if you're seeing good views, because one thing you didn't mention were like the views. Subscriber numbers is amazing, but the views, how many views do you get? How often do you post? Is your offer, is your membership very similar to what you provide? This is why I teach having a free membership first, because then you don't have all this friction of, oh, I have to pay money every month. Instead, on your videos, you're saying this cool thing, and I have this freebie that you can go check out. You send people to the freebie, which is inside the free membership. They spend a lot of time in there. They watch your videos. After a while, you're then offering in the classroom, here's a $16 thing. Here's a $100 thing. Here's this thing, this package you need to get started. Instead of it being like, here's a video of me, go buy my stuff. People need to know.